All right. Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. First of all, I want to say a happy rainy day for all the people from Faisalabad. Secondly, I want to say that we are so sorry that we had to reschedule our session of yesterday, and here we are today. I would like to introduce my guest today. Our guest is currently serving as a lecturer in University of Management and Technology, Sialkot campus. He's also working as an external examiner at Allama Iqbal Open University and is a PhD scholar from our Department of Applied Linguistics, Government College University, Faisalabad. He has multiple experiences and has been involved in teaching, teacher trainings, development language assessments, curricular development, and as a research supervisor. Along with this, he has a number of publications under his belt, and we are glad to have you, Mr. Muhammad Saqib Zafar. How are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah, Assalamu alaikum. I'm fine, and thank you very much for inviting me. I'm
Walaikum.
really feeling happy.
That's great. The first thing that informally I'm going to ask you is that this coronavirus, the COVID-19, has really affected our lifestyles and a lot of our people around us. And I would like to know that if your family is doing great, doing well, and your routine about the corona, how are you dealing this quarantine?
Yeah, everything fine at our home, at least. Alhamdulillah, everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my family, everything, all the people around me, they're good. And still, you can see. Uh, I don't know about you. I'm talking from my this drawing room, and I'm teaching all the classes every day, interacting with the students, with other faculty members of the university, just from home, and it's entirely a new sort of experience, a new thing,
Mm-hmm.
and in the language of media, this is new normal nowadays. So we are experiencing new normal.
Yeah, new things. Well, another thing that I would like to ask you is that how is your experience of dealing with Zoom? Because I've been struggling. I myself have been struggling with Zoom, and how are you coping with that? Because a lot of students are too smart for us with these applications.
I think great software and
Mm-hmm.
a great app to deal with your classes, to deal with your students, not only the students, to deal with
Mm-hmm.
your institutional meetings as well. So I mean, you can talk, you can text, you can use your whiteboard, you can share your presentations, you can share the books as well. A lot of things. I mean, I was just having a look at Statistica, that is an institution famous for statistical analysis over the globe. And I mean, I just
Mm-hmm.
found out that Zoom has earned uh, just the profit that was of the coming 3 years in just 3 months. Zoom has earned that much
Mm-hmm.
profit. I mean, that was expected by 2023. Zoom has just earned that profit in just these 3 months.
Wow.
So this is awesome, a good app, and
Someone.
definitely they are earning a lot of profit as
Mhm.
well.
So someone is having profits in this COVID. Finally, so the COVID is better for someone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would just like to refer that website Statistica. You can go there and you can find this
Inshallah.
Google and Zoom and this sort of apps. Microsoft. They have earned a lot of profit.
Mhm.
A lot of profit. I mean,
All right.
I think the profit is not
Hello, Mr. Saqib. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, Mr. Saqib, I cannot hear you. Meanwhile, thank you, audience, for joining us. We've got number of number of people who are live with us in this session. I've got Hassan Kaloon. He's saying "sir" with a heart, as well as Sadia Bakhtawa is saying "sir, Sir Saqib, one of my favorite teacher." And Muhammad Wasim Munir is saying that a great teacher. So we've got already a lot of students who are praising you, mashallah. And I'm trying to get you back. I think we have another internet connectivity issue. So the problem is that yesterday we were facing the same problem. It was raining cats and dog in Faisalabad, and we weren't able to connect. Today, luckily, we were able to connect, but I think so. Then again, we have lost our internet connection with Mr. Saqib, and I hope Mr. Saqib gets back online as soon as possible. Yes, thank you, Mr. Hasnan Ahmed Mirza. Nice to hear dear Muhammad Saqib Zafar. Yes, it's always a pleasure to listen to him. While I was a student of MPhil, I remember that Mr. Saqib was my senior, and I used to, whenever I used to get time, I would listen to their views and ideas. And today, again, I have the opportunity to do so. Welcome back, Mr. Saqib. I think we had an internet connection problem. So I would like to ask my first question of the session. And it is our format that we start from the very beginning and ask our guests about their school life. And we would like to ask you, what type of a kid were you? Were you a naughty or a backbencher, or one of those पढ़ाकू students like जो हर वक्त किताब का कीड़ा बना रहता है?
Good question. Actually, uh, I was neither backbencher nor that sort of padaku student. Yes, you can say I was in top 10 students of my class. However, at my school, I can just say I was a good speaker. I just participated in debates, in speeches, and essay writing competitions, and this sort of things. When I was top in this sort of activities, I was not padaku. It was very difficult for me to memorize things and to write that sort of ratta sort of things. However, I was very good at networking, and since in my college life, and after that I've been into student politics as well. I can say I started preparation of that sort of politics from my school life, from my matriculation. So that's that's the thing.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I'll move on to my second question. Kids dream of being a pilot, an army officer, a doctor, and so on. When did you realize that you wanted to become a teacher, and what made you choose this profession? Like, we don't see people choosing teaching from an early
Mhm.
age.
Yeah, you're right. I had the same sort of dreams.
Mm.
Not dreams. I cannot say that was my dream. Uh, I think I was just influenced by the society, by the environment around me. I mean, the people wanted to be a doctor, and I just wanted to be a doctor because the people around me wanted to be that.
Mm-hmm.
However, uh, just after my matriculation, I just realized that going into medicine, it was not my cup of tea. And I just
Mm-hmm.
turned towards engineering, and I did diploma of associate engineer, and I joined, after that, I joined an institution, a research and development institution of Pakistan
Mm-hmm.
military. And there I learned a lot. I learned technology. I've, I learned a lot of things there, but I came
Mm-hmm.
to know that although military, a great institution, everything there's very good, very great. The people serve the country, and personally I learned a lot, but uh, I thought that I should switch my profession towards not only to teaching, to language teaching. And after 8 to 10 years of service, I realized that I should go into teaching. And then I resigned from my permanent job there
Mm-hmm.
at Islamabad, and I mean the people around me, a lot of my friends, they they just commented like this
Hmm.
pagal ho gaya hai, I mean this sort of things. कि तू government job
Exactly.
छोड़ and I mean the people they in our society they say the things like that. However, I
Yeah.
just once thought that I should be in teaching, and I just decided to quit my permanent job. And since 2010, I'm working as a teacher, and I'm quite happy, quite satisfied, and not only happy, not only satisfied. I'm quite passionate about my job, and I'm very
Mashallah.
comfortable in teaching. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah. That's the final goal, I guess, that you should be comfortable around the people you are and what you're doing. Mashallah.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
great thing. And yes, the societal pressure nowadays is just too much. They are expecting so much from us that if you are having a government job, just don't leave it. Stay there forever. Die there.
Mhm.
But
Yes,
thank you
yes.
for that. I would Yeah, I would like to move on to my next question. Tell us about your college days. Usually, boys are not into studies. So, even though you have told us about a bit of your life, but I want to know a bit more. I want to dig in. What kind of a student you were in your college days? And, a lot of students don't study during college days. Were you amongst those? Having fun and all that?
Yeah, we had fun. We bunked classes. We did a lot of these things. However, like my school days, I was uh, I was not among backbenchers. I was not a bad student. However, uh, I was not the best student in the class as well. I was an average student, but the best part of my college life was again, I would say that was networking. I networked with the like-minded people around me. I I like to be in debates, in extracurricular, in co-curricular activities, and I like to go into writing. And from my first year, I just starting publishing my articles in Urdu and English newspapers as well. Some of the things you can find on my LinkedIn
Mhm.
profile as well. I like to write, I like to speak, and if I found that things at my in my
Mhm.
college life, I just uh, I just remained present in my classes because I got an
Mhm.
opportunity to speak. I got an opportunity to network with the people, to write something, to be creative. So that's all about my college life.
Mashallah. So you had quite a fun, and you were into writing and all that. So that's a great thing. I would inshallah look into your writings, and I would like to suggest our audience as well. So Mr. Wasim Muni has joined us, and he's saying that without any doubt, number one teacher in UMT Dell department. So congratulations there, Mr. Saqib.
Thank you very
Moving
much.
on to my
Thanks to you, and thanks to Wasam as well.
Most welcome. Another question is that how did you come across linguistics and joining linguistics? Was it intentional or accident or an incident?
Uh, it was not incidental. I just, where I am today, I am here by my choice. And I am a teacher by my choice. I am a student of linguistics by my choice. And uh,
Mhm.
I mean, while I was doing MA, you see, at that time, NAMAL offered a combined degree, MA, English, Literature, and Linguistics. So
Mhm.
there I studied linguistics. Before that, I didn't know about linguistics, what linguistics is. Before starting my MA, I just couldn't pronounce it correctly, the word linguistics. When I went into MA at Namal, I liked subject of linguistics, and
Mhm.
I found my inclination towards linguistics, and I decided that I will do my MPhil and PhD in linguistics. I just had a lot of taste from literature as well. You see, I often say what I am
Mhm.
today. If I had not studied English literature, I would not have been the kind of man
Mhm.
what I'm today. However, I feel that studying language from several scientific aspects is
Mhm.
the thing that is that catches my attention, and that's why I try to be and I decided to be into linguistics.
Mashallah. Well, actually, a lot of us couldn't pronounce the word right, linguistics, at the very beginning. So we weren't really aware of it. And even now, when we tell people that we are from the profession, we are linguists. They say, "What is this linguistics?" And it's quite funny at times.
Yeah.
But inshallah, people are going to know our field, and inshallah, we will grow more. And soon, people will realize that this is as important as literature is nowadays. So, बल्कि लोग realize कर रहे हैं, माशाल्लाह. So I would like to move on to another question. Uh, Please tell us about your life at Namal University since you have been a Namal graduate.
Hmm. Actually, at that time, as I have already told you, I was a government employee at that time, and
Mhm.
it was just very, you can say, it was challenging for me to cope with the studies and to uh, uh, job responsibilities, and I was married as well. So, that life was very challenging, and I just
Mhm.
tried to complete my MA and do my job, uh, to do the family things. And uh, that life was not like my college life, like my school life. I didn't have any student politics career there. I However, it was a learning in terms of literature, in terms of linguistics,
Mhm.
in terms of association of language with computer, and
Mhm.
in Islamabad, uh, how you can relate this language and literature with computer. It was there, and the contribution of Namal to my life was that I could relate linguistics and computer. I could relate literature and computer, and I could realize that the things can be done through computer as well. Since that
Mhm.
time, I have a strong affiliation with computer. You can say that the best part of my life at Namal was that I learned to study language through computer. I saved my notes on my
All
computer.
right.
I I contacted outside Pakistan through emails, through external scholars. This is a very good thing that I contacted external libraries outside, foreign libraries in America, in UK. I wrote them emails that I want to access your library and this sort of things. This was my the best part of my experience at Namal.
Mashallah. Mashallah. So quite a learning there. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you for sharing your experience. All right. My next question is, how was your experience at Government College University Faisalabad? Our university, our department.
Very great experience. You see, I have been there at Namal, For some time,
Mm-hmm.
I've been there at International Islamic University, Islamabad.
Mm-hmm.
During my studies before PhD, I visited Qaid-e-Azam University as well. However, I don't know, it may be due to the teachers we have at our department, like Dr. Asim, Dr. Aleem, Dr. Kazim Shah, I mean, this type of great teachers. Probably uh, this great experience of being there at linguistics department at Government College University, Faisalabad, it owes a lot to our great teachers. And
Mashallah. Indeed.
I mean, I just knew what research is, and how can we take a lot of steps. You see, it was our first day of PhD when we had class with Dr. Asim, and he just I mean he advised us that's your compulsory assignment to attend a conference and present
Mm-hmm.
there. And I mean, if you don't attend the conference and if you don't present there, you don't deserve to have a PhD degree. So, I mean, this was a very, at that time, it
Mm-hmm.
was difficult because I never presented in a conference before. But as my class assignment, I just submitted my abstract and I
Mm-hmm.
presented at Islamabad at
Mashallah.
ComSat Institute. So
Mm-hmm.
it was first presentation of my life at any conference.
Mashallah.
I
Mm-hmm.
we traveled together. Uh, Me, Amir, we traveled together to Islamabad, and we presented there. It was just awesome. It was great. And after that, I attended a lot of conferences. I mean, if we uh, if we didn't have that sort of teacher, I think uh, we would not have been able to do these things what we are doing today. I can
Indeed.
just
Mashallah.
salute my teachers, great teachers,
We all
great.
do. We all do. Mashallah. We all do that, and because of them, we are here. And whatever we are, because of them, we are. And kudos to them. And mashallah. And so I wanted to ask any incident regarding your university life at Government College University. But since you have already told one, so I want another story that changed your life. From Government College University. Besides this one, since you have already told me this one.
That changed my life from Government College University. I
Yeah.
just couldn't get.
Any incident an
Mhm.
incident that changed your life from Government College University, except this one, because this one you have already told us.
I think my PhD class fellows they might have told you. I mean, we had a long debate with Sir Asim in some class. You know, Dr. Asim, they just he just calls PhD students in the morning at 10, and after that there's no time to go back home. I mean,
Hmm.
you can get back home by 3 p.m., by 5 p.m., by 7 p.m. I mean, and uh, on that day, one day we
Uh-huh.
were just telling the summaries of our studies, and we were Dr. Asim. He was asking a lot of questions, deep questions from us, and we got into deep debates. And after that, जो ही
Hmm.
क्लास एंड हुई और हम क्लास से बाहर निकले, तो मुझे याद है कि मैं हमारा जो डिपार्टमेंट ज़ाहिर है टॉप फ्लोर पे है, तो निकलते हुए इतनी टफ डिबेट थी कि मैं जो है ना सीढ़ियों से नीचे गिर गया, और फिर जो है ना सारा आसिम ने और आमिर और इन लोगों ने मुझे पकड़ा जस्ट टुक टू मी टुवर्ड्स माय कार, और पार्किंग तक हम आए और वहां से आगे। I mean, ये जो है ना एक ऐसा इंसिडेंट था, मुझे मुझे बड़ा मजा आया कि जो है ना इतनी लंबी डिबेट, और उसके बाद मेरा जस्ट जो है ना वो दिमाग घूम रहा था कि इतनी जो है ना सुबह 10 बजे से रात 7-8 बजे तक हम जो है ना इन स्टडीज में और इन चीजों में लगे हुए हैं, और फिर इतनी वो हुई कि मैं नीचे गिर गया यूनिवर्सिटी की सीढ़ियों से नीचे उतरते हुए। तो ये ये जो है ना बड़ा एक इट वाज ठीक है एट दैट टाइम मुझे बड़ा ये टफ फील हुआ, लेकिन मुझे अभी भी फील होता है कि जो है ना ये एक ऐसा इंसिडेंट था जिसने अभी तक हम पीएचडी के स्टूडेंट्स मी आमिर अंसा हुमैरा जब हम लोग बैठते हैं तो हम ये ना इसको बड़ा याद करते हैं कि अच्छा साकिब तो ना सीढ़ियों से नीचे गिर गया था।
सही सही सही, जबरदस्त। तो मतलब खूब हल्ले गुल्ले भी हुए हैं पीएचडी में
या
यानी।
या
मतलब यानी पीएचडी इतनी सीरियस नहीं है जितनी हमें बताई गई है। मतलब पहली मिथ तो यहीं पे ब्रेक हो गई है ना,
हाँ
कि
नहीं
इतनी
नहीं नहीं
सीरियस पीएचडी है नहीं
नहीं
जितनी हमें बताते हैं।
हाँ ये वो बाहर से पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स लोग वेरी सीरियस, लेकिन यार आफ्टर ऑल दे आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, उन्होंने भी हंसना खेडना होता है यार। तो और
सही सही।
तो ऑल्दो ये द थिंग्स आर राइट कि वो भी जो है ना पीएचडी डिमांड सीरियसनेस, और फिर ये सीरियसनेस जो है मीन you can say ये आ भी जाती है when you get into PhD by that time all of you are ammis and abbus और आपके अपने बच्चे होते हैं, I mean you are you are not a kid anymore, so और फिर जो है ना assignments and this sort of things, so these things make you serious but still there's room for fun.
सही सही हो गया। सही। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग दैट इनसाइड स्टोरी। जरूर हम डिस्कस करेंगे। मैं मानसा से मेरी जब भी मुलाकात हुई मैं उनकी साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी भी सुनूंगा इसी वाक्य की।
Sure, sure, sure,
उनका
sure.
पर्सपेक्टिव इस वाक्य पे कि वो कितना हिलेरियस था, और मुझे लाइक आई डू वांट टू हियर इट आउट। अच्छा, मूविंग ऑन टू माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। हमारे बहुत ज्यादा जूनियर्स जो हैं वो टीचिंग में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है, दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टिंग इन टीचिंग, एंड सिंस यू हैव बीन अ लिंग्विस्ट एंड हैव एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ अदर जॉब्स बिसाइड टीचिंग, तो प्लीज शेयर दैट नॉलेज विद अस के लैंग्वेज असेसमेंट और टीचर ट्रेनिंग, खैर टीचर ट्रेनिंग तो उसका पार्ट हो जाता है, लेकिन लैंग्वेज असेसमेंट्स और अदर स्टफ बीइंग अ लिंग्विस्ट आपके पास क्या क्या और ऑप्शंस हो सकते हैं और जो हमारे जूनियर्स ऑप्ट कर सकते हैं अपने करियर में?
I think first of all
हेलो
मैं ये कहना Anuj getting me?
हेलो मिसेस साकिब, कैन यू हियर मी?
Anuj, yeah, Anuj you getting me? Yes, I'm here. मैं ये can you get me? Oman, can you get me? Uh,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
there.
so sorry for that. I'll repeat my question. I wanted to ask, okay, a lot of our juniors are not interested in teaching. And since you have been a linguist and have experience of other jobs besides teaching, please share that knowledge with us, and what options do they have besides being a teacher?
I think first of all जो मैं suggest करना चाहता हूँ ना वो ये कि if you are not interested in teaching you should not do teaching. I mean ये जो है ना ऐसी जॉब नहीं होनी चाहिए कि आप ये फील करें कि और कोई जॉब नहीं मिली थी तो मैंने टीचिंग जॉब कर ली, मीन आखिर कोई मजदूरी भी करनी है, रिज्क रोजी भी कमानी है, बच्चों का पेट भी पालना है, लाइक दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग. So if you are not interested in teaching, you shouldn't do teaching. You shouldn't be a teacher. तो उसके अलावा क्या ऑप्शंस हो सकते हैं? मैंने आपको बताया कि जो है यू कैन बी अ राइटर. आप लिखना शुरू कर दें इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन राइटिंग. इफ यू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन राइटिंग यू मे बी इंटरेस्टेड इन स्पीकिंग.
सही।
बोलना शुरू कर दें. और मीन few months back मैं देख रहा था कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेक्रेटेरिएट को स्पीच राइटर्स की जरूरत है, तो दे नीडेड लिंग्विस्ट। तो ऐसे लोग जिन्होंने लिंग्विस्टिक स्टडी की हो, जिनकी डिग्री इसमें हो, उनको थ्रू पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन जो है ना ये वैकेंसी थी। तो दैट वाज BS18 वैकेंसी। तो आप जो है उधर भी जा सकते हैं। You can go into research. I mean, even if you are not a teacher, you can be a good researcher. Or there are a lot of things. You can be a proofreader. You can do a lot of things. और इसके अलावा जो है ना बहुत सारे काम जो है ना आप कर सकते हैं। अगर टीचिंग आप नहीं करना चाहते तो मीन इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी आफ्टर डूइंग योर लिंग्विस्टिक्स डिग्री आप लाजमी तौर पर टीचिंग में जाएं। यू कैन गेट इनटू एनी अदर फील्ड दैट इज रेलेवेंट टू यू।
सही, ठीक है, thank you so much, thank you so much. All right, we've got a lot of people who are getting into a live session. We've got multiple people like Mr. Hamad Kamal is there, Mr. Wasim Munir is there, Asima Hanif is there, and Ibrahim Nasir from our department has joined in. Thank you so much, guys. You can ask questions. My next question is going to be Mr. Saqib. Nowadays, a lot of youngsters. Now we are going to move towards topic. All right. Hello,
Yeah, I'm getting you, please.
Mr.
I'm
Saqib.
getting you. I'm there, I'm getting you.
Hello.
Oman, I'm there, I'm getting you.
Hello. I'm so sorry. यहाँ पे बारिश कुछ ज़्यादा ही हो रही है जिसकी वजह से बार-बार कनेक्शन ब्रेक हो जा रहा है। अच्छा, so I'm going to continue with the topic now. हम टॉपिक की तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं. So nowadays a lot of youngsters who complete their now moving on towards our topic, the very first question I want to ask is we have heard rumors that PAD is not easy, especially the coursework. So it's many people do not even clear the coursework. How much true is that?
I agree that coursework is difficult, and I cannot say many people cannot complete their coursework. I think many people can complete their coursework. Just a few number of people are there who are not able to complete their coursework because it's not the reason that the people are not able, that the people are not they are unintelligent or this sort of thing. The people there in PhD, they are from they have a lot of experience. They are from different uh, walks of life. Oman, are you there? Are you getting me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the answer. You were saying that it's difficult and
Yeah, it's difficult, but it never means that the people who are admitted in PhD they are not intelligent or they are not able to do it. I think there are a lot of factors when you do coursework. I agree, coursework is very difficult, but there are reasons why it's difficult. first of all, when you get admission,
All right. And could
you
you
are not
share? Mhm.
only a PhD scholar, you are a professional as well. You work somewhere, you are a father or a mother, and you have, I mean,
Mhm.
many other obligations of your profession,
Mhm.
your family life, and a lot of things. Along with that, you have three courses in each semester. You have two courses of PhD coursework and three courses of each semester. And from those three courses, you have been you have to write one research paper for each subject. So it's quite difficult कि आप जो है ना हर हफ्ते एक रिसर्च पेपर लिखें, ऑल्दो उसकी क्वालिटी, उसकी बाकी चीज़ें उन पे आपके जो टीचर्स हैं वो कंप्रोमाइज़ कर रहे होते हैं, बट दे एक्सपेक्ट यू कि आप जो है ना एक रिसर्च पेपर लिख लाएं, एक बुक के आप जो है ना अ, दो तीन चैप्टर पढ़ लाएं, बाज़ औक़ात द टीचर्स एक्सपेक्ट कि आप पूरी बुक पढ़ लाएं, सो द थिंग्स बिकम डिफिकल्ट, और जाहिर है you have to do a lot of
On that, Mr.
obligations
Saqib.
from your professional side, from your family side. तो इन चीज़ों को कि जब आप अपनी फैमिली लाइफ को मैनेज कर रहे हैं, यू आर मैनेजिंग योर प्रोफेशनल लाइफ, और उसके साथ साथ आप रिसर्च पेपर्स भी लिख रहे हैं, और उसके साथ आप जो है ना वो बुक्स जो है वो सिर्फ आप स्टडी नहीं कर
Mhm.
रहे, योर टीचर्स रिक्वायर यू टू डू अ क्रिटिकल स्टडी, दे रिक्वायर यू टू कमेंट ऑन द चैप्टर्स यू हैव स्टडीड, टू कमेंट ऑन द बुक्स यू हैव स्टडीड। तो ये जो सारी चीज़ें हैं, इन सारी चीज़ों को मुझे याद है जब हम लोग कोर्स वर्क कर रहे थे, तो
Mhm.
मैं, आमिर, आंसा, हुमैरा, हम चारों लोग ना रात को जो है वो 2 घंटा 1 घंटे हम जो है ना वो कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल किया करते थे, और हम जो है वो अपने जो भी बुक्स हमने स्टडी की होती थी या चैप्टर्स या जो भी चीज़ें, रिसर्च पेपर्स, उनका जो भी उनकी जो
I
फाइंडिंग्स
think
हमारी
we
होती
have
थी हम
lost
उनको स्टडी
it,
करते थे।
lost the connection again. I'm so sorry, but the weather hasn't been nice with us. I would say that the weather hasn't been nice with us. We're not able to get a stable connection for quite a long. I think we have lost Mr. Saqib. I'm trying to get him back online. Just a second. Yes, thank you, Mr. Wasam Munir. We have your question, and I'm surely going to ask him as soon as he joins in. Yes, Mr. Saqib. Thank you so much. There's a question from our audience. They are asking that there's a rumor that you cannot complete your PhD degree within 3 years in Pakistan. It may take 4 or even 5 or 7. I'm not really sure if I've heard 7, but 5 I have heard of. What is your take on this question, Mr. Saqib? Is it true?
Yeah,
How
it's
far have
true.
you reached with your dissertation?
It's true. You are right. I
Hmm.
mean, even if you complete your dissertation, there are a lot of mechanical aspects. You submit your thesis to your supervisor, and then after internal
Hmm.
evaluation, it goes for external evaluation. It goes abroad, और वहाँ पे बहुत सारा टाइम लग जाता है. The university sends reminder to those two external examiners. I mean, there are two external examiners and two internal examiners. तो उन पे काफ़ी सारा टाइम लग जाता है. I mean, there are a lot of mechanical processes. It's not all about academics. आपको काफ़ी सारा कुछ जो है ना वो उसके जो मैकेनिक्स हैं, उसके जो ऑपरेशनल साइड है, उसके ऊपर आपको बहुत सारा टाइम लग जाता है. तो यस, आई एग्री, इट्स वेरी रेयर, शायद ही कभी किसी ने कोई 3 इयर्स में अपनी पीएचडी कंप्लीट की हो. इट टेक्स टाइम. आई एग्री विद यू. नॉट ओनली विद पाकिस्तान, ये जो केस है बहुत सारे कंट्रीज का मैंने सुना है जहाँ पे जो है वो मेरे जो रिलेटेड लोग हैं जो कि डिफरेंट कंट्रीज से पीएचडी कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे PhD जो है ये टाइम ले लेती है, बिन 3 इयर्स में भी हो जाती है. देयर आर सर्टेन यूनिवर्सिटीज, सर्टेन प्लेसेस जहाँ पे 3 इयर्स में भी हो जाती है. It takes extra time, takes more time than that is written in your prospectus.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to my next question, I would like to ask nowadays a lot of youngsters who complete their MPhil quite early in their career believe that PhD is the right option, regardless of their experience, especially in teaching. Do you think that this is the right approach? Does experience matter when it comes to PhD?
I think it's a debatable thing. A lot of people, a lot of young people are there in PhD nowadays. तो उनमें जो है ना, वट आई थिंक ये डिपेंड करता है कि very specially the qualitative things, they are not possible, or they are very difficult without having experience. If you are in qualitative research and you are without experience, it's a nightmare. ये जो है ना बहुत difficult हो जाएगा. और if you are in quantitative studies, तो quantitative studies जो हैं उनमें भी at the time of interpretation when you are not experienced, तो ये आपके लिए बहरहाल जो है ना वो एक जो है ना बहुत बड़ी difficult बात बन जाती है. तो ये बहरहाल the things are debatable कि यंग लोग जो हैं उन्हें PhD में आना चाहिए या एक्सपीरियंस लोगों को आना चाहिए. व्हेन यू आर दूसरी साइड ये है कि व्हेन यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस, उस एक्सपीरियंस के बावजूद आपके साथ ये होता है कि व्हेन यू आर ओल्डर इन एज, तो बड़ी एज के साथ जो है ना यू हैव किड्स, यू हैव यू हैव प्रोफेशनल लाइफ. तो ये सारी चीजें जो हैं उनके ऐसे इश्यूज होते हैं कि बाज़-औक़ात लोग PhD कंप्लीट ही नहीं कर पाते. तो इसलिए इफ दे हैव ऑप्शन कि वो अर्ली लाइफ में PhD कर लें, तो आई थिंक इस ऑप्शन को जरूर ले लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसके बाद पॉसिबिलिटी ये होती है कि आप PhD कर ही ना पाए. तो आफ्टर दैट यू कैन राइट रिसर्च पेपर्स, यू कैन डू अदर रिसर्च एक्टिविटीज, वो आप कर सकते हैं. लेकिन PhD के लिए वही टाइम है जिस पे आपका PhD में एडमिशन हो जाए और आप फील करें कि आप PhD कर सकते हैं. तो मेरा ख्याल है इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर फीलिंग. तो जब आप कर सकते हैं आपको जरूर करनी चाहिए. दिस इज माय टेक.
For your marriage, as we have a lot of activities and responsibilities that we need to tend. And my next question is that it is believed that supervisor we opt is going to be a deal maker or breaker in PhD. How true is that? How much true is that? Do you believe that supervisor is the mighty guy जो मदद कर सकता है, इस काम में आसान कर सकता है अगर अच्छा supervisor मिल गया तो?
I think before supervisor, we
Hello?
should. Cannot you get me? Before supervisor, are you getting me? We should.
Yes, I'm getting you. Please carry on.
ओके उमान साहब मैं कह रहा था कि
Yes,
सुपरवाइजर
I
जो है
am.
ना उससे
Please carry
पहले
on. Carry on with the answer.
you people we people we are our own supervisor. अगर हम अपने सुपरवाइजर खुद हैं, मेरा ख्याल है कि हर एक जो स्कॉलर है उसके अंदर ना सुपरवाइजर बैठा होता है एक, जो कि उसको बता रहा होता है कि उसने कैसे काम करना है। तो क्योंकि कोर्स वर्क में जो टीचर्स ने आपको टीच किया है, वट एवर यू हैव लर्न, तो अगर आप उस लर्निंग और उस टीचिंग को जो है ना वो अप्लाई उस तरीके से कर लें जिस तरीके से आपसे एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है, जिस तरीके से एक स्कॉलर से एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है, तो सुपरवाइजर्स जो हैं जहाँ तक मेरा ख्याल है दे वांट यू टू वर्क वेल, वो चाहते हैं कि आप अच्छा काम करें। तो ये ज़रूर अपनी जगह पे ये आई मीन ये बात अपनी जगह पे ये डिस्कस की जाती है कि सुपरवाइजर कैन बी अ डील मेकर और डील ब्रेकर और दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग। ओके, अगर टू सम एक्सटेंट ये बात ठीक भी है कि सुपरवाइजर जो है ही और शी कैन बी अ डील मेकर और डील ब्रेकर और दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग, मेरा ख्याल है कि आपका जो इनसाइड है ना ये आपकी अपनी पर्सनालिटी है जिसको आपको अपना सुपरवाइजर बनाना चाहिए। इफ़ यू आर सेटिस्फाइड विद द क्वालिटी, तो मेरा ख्याल है आई एम अ यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर, आई एम सुपरवाइजिंग थीसिस, एमफिल थीसिस, एंड आई एम बीइंग सुपरवाइज्ड बाय माय पीएचडी सुपरवाइजर। तो मेरा ये ख्याल है कि आप जो है इसमें जो है ना सुपरवाइजर को ब्लेम करने की बजाय हमें जो है ना अपने इनसाइड में देखना चाहिए। अगर मैं अच्छा काम कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा ख्याल है कि मेरे सुपरवाइजर को ना इससे कोई एतराज़ नहीं होगा कि मैं अपनी डिग्री इन टाइम ले लूँ और मेरा जो है ना वो थीसिस प्रोसेस हो जाए। तो मैंने एमफिल में भी ये फील किया कि जो कमी रही ना वो मेरे पार्ट पे थी, और मैं पीएचडी में भी यही फील करता हूँ कि मेरे सुपरवाइजर ये
All
चाहते हैं कि
right.
मैं अपना काम अच्छा करूँ, इन टाइम करूँ, बट
I think so. The internet is taking the best out of us. Yes, Mr. Saqib. All right. Another question that I would like to ask is from Miss Fatmatul Zara from our audience. She's asking that, sir, kindly guide us about the publication of research papers in National Journal. Is it true we have to pay heavy amount for the publication apart from the fee?
At times this sort of things happen. There are certain journals they don't charge fee. अभी हमारा जो है वो एक रिसर्च पेपर एक्सेप्ट हुआ है यूएमटी के जर्नल में, तो लिटरेचर एंड लिंग्विस्टिक्स रिव्यू एलएलआर, तो उन्होंने तो कोई भी फी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं की, कोई फी डिमांड नहीं की, एंड दे आर प्रोसेसिंग। तो देर आर सर्टेन अदर जर्नल्स जिनकी पब्लिकेशन फीस होती हैं। तो यस राइट, मेरा ख्याल है जर्नल्स जो हैं वो आपको बता देते हैं फेयरली कि ये उनकी पब्लिकेशन फीस हैं, वहाँ पे आपको फ़ी पे करनी पड़ती है। अदरवाइज देर आर सर्टेन अदर जर्नल्स जिनकी फीस नहीं है और डेफिनेटली वहाँ पे आपको फ़ी नहीं पे करनी पड़ती। तो ये डिपेंड करता है कि आप किस जर्नल को अप्रोच कर रहे हैं और उनकी क्या पॉलिसी है, उनकी क्या फीस हैं, तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन देम।
I think so. We are having another issue with connection. We are extremely sorry. I'll try to get Mr. Saqib back as soon as possible. Yes, Mr. Saqib. All right. I think so. Could you please repeat your answer? I think so. We lost you for a second or two.
Yes, sure. I would repeat. मैं ये कह रहा था कि there are certain journals जो कि आपसे fee expect करते हैं, वो आपको clear cut बता देते हैं कि they would charge this sort of fee, और definitely आपको उतनी fee pay करनी पड़ती है. And there are certain other journals जो कि आपसे जो है ना वो fee expect नहीं करते, और आप अगर वहाँ पे आप free भी publish कर सकते हैं. तो it depends upon the policy. तो ये जर्नल टू जर्नल डिफर करती है, नॉट ओनली इन पाकिस्तान, अब्रॉड एज वेल. वहाँ पे भी आप पब्लिकेशन करना चाहें तो डेफिनेटली कुछ जर्नल्स ऐसे हैं आप देखेंगे वहाँ पे जो है ना ऑथर गाइडलाइंस में आप जाएं तो डेफिनेटली वहाँ पे ये डिटेल्स मेंशन्ड होती हैं कि आप जो है ना वो फ़ी पे करेंगे या आप विदाउट पेइंग फ़ी आप जो है ना वो प्रोसीड करेंगे. सो दैट्स इट.
Sir Muhammad Saqib Zafar, nice to watch you live after a long time. We are glad
थैंक
to have you on board as well. Uh, I'm so sorry for the interruptions that we've been causing due to weather, bad weather, and connectivity. But thank you once again, and we are apologetic for that. My last question for today is that PhD dissertation is one of the world's most difficult tasks alongside defending it. What is your take on it? Is it true?
In some cases it can be true. I think PhD dissertation जो है और MPhil dissertation जहाँ पे आपने एक लॉन्ग आर्गुमेंट जो है वो डेवलप करना होता है, तो आपने कुछ आई मीन इफ यू विजिट लाइब्रेरीज आपने कुछ ऐसे थीसिस देखे होंगे कि द थिंग्स आर नॉट इन गुड अलाइनमेंट. तो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स कुछ और हैं, क्वेश्चंस उनसे रेलिवेंट नहीं है, मेथोडोलॉजी जो है ना वो उसके साथ रेलिवेंट नहीं है, एंड रिजल्ट्स आर एंटायरली डिफरेंट. तो ये इस तरह की जो चीज़ें हैं ना, दे दे आर प्रॉब्लमेटिक. तो पीएचडी थीसिस या कोई भी थीसिस, कोई भी लॉन्ग आर्गुमेंट जो आपने डेवलप करना होता है, वो लॉन्ग आर्गुमेंट जो है उसके लिए आपको प्रॉपर प्लानिंग की ज़रूरत होती है, एक अच्छे आपको उसकी ज़रूरत होती है कि आप मीन यू नीड टू गो विद वेरी गुड प्रपोजल, और आपको अगेन एंड अगेन ये चेक करना पड़ता है कि क्या मेरी सारी चीज़ें एक अच्छी अलाइनमेंट में चल रही हैं. यू नीड टू आई थिंक जब आप पीएचडी या एमफिल या इस टाइप का आप थीसिस कर रहे हैं, आप डिसर्टेशन कर रहे हैं, तो आपको जो है ना वो अपने साथ एक अच्छा फ्रेंड जो है वो आपके पैरेलल में होना चाहिए, जो कि आपको गाइड करता रहे कि यहाँ से आप जो है वो डाइवर्ट कर रहे हैं. आई मीन इट्स ऑल अबाउट डेवलपिंग एन आर्ग्यूमेंट, इट्स ऑल अबाउट डिफेंडिंग एन आर्ग्यूमेंट. आप जो है वो एक ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है वो बयान करते हैं, एक रिसर्च क्वेश्चन आप जो है वो लिखते हैं, और वहां से ऑनवर्ड जो है वो आप उसके कंक्लूजन तक कैसे पहुंचते हैं. तो अगर आपने ये सारी चीजें एक अच्छी अलाइनमेंट में लिखी हुई हैं, तो आई थिंक दैट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ गुड थीसिस. और थीसिस डिफेंस जो है, यस, अगर आप अच्छा थीसिस लिख लेते हैं तो ये एक और चीज है. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप उसको डिफेंड भी अच्छे तरीके से कर पाए. यू नीड टू हैव वेरी गुड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, you need to have a very good response time. तो ये जो चीज़ें हैं, अच्छी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल, अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स टाइम, ये मेरा ख्याल है कि आपके डिफेंस में जो है ना वो मैटर करता है, और काफ़ी ज़्यादा मैटर करता है. अगर आपका थीसिस बहुत अच्छा भी है, पॉसिबल है कि आपका डिफेंस बहुत अच्छा ना हो, तो उसकी रीजंस जो हैं वो डिफरेंट हो सकती हैं.
Sahi. Thank you so much for that insight. Now I would like to end our session, and my request is that please share your suggestions for your juniors from the Department of Applied Linguistics Government University College Faisalabad, and for your students at University of Management and Technology as well?
सजेशंस, मेरी सबसे पहली सजेशन और शायद सबसे आखिरी सजेशन जो है ना, वो दो पॉइंट्स ही हैं. वन इज कंसिस्टेंसी एंड द अदर इज रेजिलियंस. तो आप जो है वो कंसिस्टेंट रहें, मुस्तकिल मिजाज रहें, और व्हेन यू डिसाइड कि आपने जो है ना वो एक काम करना है, तो डेफिनेटली यू विल फेस फेलियर्स. पॉसिबल है कि आप कभी फील करें कि आप यूनिवर्सिटी में जाते जाते बाइक पंक्चर हो गई है, या गाड़ी का कोई इशू हो गया है, या जो है ना वो एक टाइम ऐसा आया है कि आपको फैमिली मूव कर रही है, आपकी जॉब में हार्ड टाइम्स हैं, और इधर से आपको जो है ना आपके सुपरवाइजर्स और ये लोग जो है ना वो आपको आपसे काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. तो यू नीड टू बी कंसिस्टेंट एंड यू नीड टू बी रिजिलियंट. आप जो है आप अगर आपके ऊपर कुछ प्रेशर्स आते हैं, तो एज सुन एज पॉसिबल आपको वापस आना चाहिए, और आपको वापस जो है वो अपनी नॉर्मल स्टेज पे आके आपको ये फील करना चाहिए कि ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर पार्ट ऑफ द गेम, दे आर पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. और आप जो कर रहे हैं उसमें जो है ना ये चीज़ें आपके सफ़र का हिस्सा होंगी. जिस तरह से हम ट्रैवल करते हैं तो अनएक्सपेक्टेड थिंग्स जो है ना वो आती हैं. तो इसी तरह से ये जो पीएचडी जर्नी है, इसमें भी बहुत सारी अनएक्सपेक्टेड थिंग्स होती हैं. कभी यू गेट अ बैड ग्रेड दैट यू डोंट एक्सपेक्ट, और कभी और बहुत सारी चीज़ें. आप असाइनमेंट करते हैं, आपके कंप्यूटर में वो फाइल ही उड़ जाती है, और लास्ट जो है ना वो मोमेंट है असाइनमेंट सबमिट करने का, और बहुत सारी देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. लेकिन ये है कि आप जो है वो रिजिलियंट रहें, कंसिस्टेंट रहें, और ये चीज़ें बंदे को हासिल होती हैं व्हेन यू हैव एन इंटीमेट कॉन्टैक्ट टू अल्लाह द ऑलमाइटी. वट एवर रिलीजन यू हैव, वेदर यू आर मुस्लिम और क्रिश्चियन और सिख और वट एवर यू आर, तो आपका जो है ना एक स्पिरिचुअल लिंक जब बरकरार रहता है, तो उसमें जो है ना उसकी मदद से आप रिजिलियंट भी रहते हैं और आप कंसिस्टेंट भी रहते हैं. तो दिस इज माय सजेशन. That's what I try to do, and that's what I can suggest.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the insight and your beautiful suggestions. I hope these are going to work for us and for our students as well. And it's been great having you on session with us, Mr. Saqib. Inshallah, we look forward to another session जिसमें आपको दोबारा बुलाएंगे, और इंशाल्लाह कोशिश की जाएगी कि मैं मानसा और बाकी आपके क्लास फेलोज भी हों पीएचडी के.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And to our audience, thank you for being a part of the session. We are extremely sorry. We know that there was a number of times when we had bad connection and we broke up. But inshallah, we are looking forward कि हम अपने connectivity को भी बेहतर करें. और this time, it was not because of PDCL. This time, it was because of the poor weather. So thank you so much. Have a nice day and wait until the next session. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah.